It's the dawn of a new decade, and I'm ready to explore my creativity. What about you? Hello and welcome to Deliberately Creative. I'm Stephanie and I'm here to welcome you to 2020. And if you're in the future, hi! And if you're here right now, you get a double hand hi. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I have decided that my word for this year is boom! Explore. I'm going to explore my creativity and I hope to encourage you to explore yours. I am playing with some brush pens still, having a lot of fun. There's a coupon code down below, good for 10% off your entire purchase at arteza.com. Click my link down below to head on over there and use your coupon. It's only good through January 30th, 2020. This is not sponsored by them. I did get the pens from them for free from another video that I did, but this is just because I'm enjoying using the materials. I have 140-pound watercolor paper. This happens to be 100% cotton, Expert by Arteza. The links are down below. You know the drill. I'm exploring all kinds of different things. This time I want to get a lovely little silhouette of some trees in front of a sunrise, sunset. I don't know. The colors are pretty saturated, so it could be sunset, but it could be sunrise, dawn of a new decade, maybe. I hope that you guys don't mind me being a little bit silly. I've had some weird stuff going on today. My microphone has gone out on me 3 times. I've got a lot of videos that I'm either going to voice over or do as speed videos. So this one, I am taking the yellow. This is the bumblebee yellow. And I'm going to get this area right here. Just smush on a bit of yellow paint. There we go. Then I'm going to take my brush. This is just a water brush. Make sure that it's clean. See, there was a little bit of green on there. I'm going to get my yellow wet and mush out the color just a bit. It also makes the edges a little more blendable with other colors. While it's wet, you want to keep working with it while it's wet. Orange down now, right around here and out on the edges. Not really down below. I don't know why I just touched there, but that's okay. We're just going to get this. And this is just plain orange. The color as it gets farther away from this horizon is going to get deeper and darker. So now I have this red. It's just red, plain red. I want to put a little bit of this red in here. It mixes with the yellow. It makes a nice orange. It's a pretty color in the sky. And take my water brush and get that blended in. I am enjoying exploring my art, exploring my creativity. Sometimes you just have to put away other things. Set the phone aside or turn off the notifications. There's some wild and crazy things going on in the world, and sometimes we don't need to know about them right away. All right, I want to get some purple, but to do that, I need a bit of a transition. So I'm going to take some of this fuchsia and sort of work it in a few spots. It's more of a pink. we go. Put a little bit of that down here too. Kind of like clouds. Let that blur. You notice I'm leaving some light areas and getting some darker areas. That just helps make it look a little more real-ish. Real-ish. I'm going to take some of this purple right down here around the edge. We are going to use black on here. We are going to use blue. But I want a little bit of this purple in here. Start getting a bit of some dark every once in a while. There we go. It's a soft, pretty sky. Let it blur. Oh, I like how that just went whoosh and blurred. Like that. I don't really want that to be a line. I want it to be more just a suggestion. We'll take some black in here too. It makes me feel like these are all just rainbow clouds in the sky. So we need blue. Throw my pen around. I'm going to get this a little bit deeper. See, we're just starting to work those darker tones in. The sky is just growing right in front of us. I like that. And even before I put because it's pretty much all wet already now, I'm just going to grab the black. I want to darken up this corner a little bit more. Get it more dark coming across up the very top. The paper is wet, so I can get the black in here with it out. I can get the black in here without having such harsh lines. There we go. There's going to be trees. Ooh, that's nice. I like those soft edges that are starting to happen. I'll go ahead and put a little more water. Maybe drag that out just a little bit. Soft edges. Ooh, love this. There we go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and color the bottom of this black right now, but I want to have this all one layer first before I put my trees on. And by just getting this on here really quick, I can use my water brush to get this moved around. I am moving pretty quickly, but I'm scribbling, so I can move quickly, right? Just use that water brush. I like letting this do some of its own thing. Finding out, exploring my materials. Ooh, yeah. See, this is turning out so pretty. I am really, really happy. There we go. Hey, if this is your first time here and you're enjoying this type of playtime, just exploring and getting your hands, yeah, I'm starting to get my hands dirty. It all washes off. I'm going to dry this, but if you want to be in the know when I post new videos and things like that, click the subscribe button and turn on the notifications on your phone and on YouTube. So we're going to use gouache to put our stars on. So I'm just using a ceramic tile. I'm using the Arteza gouache. This is the titanium white, a little pea-sized piece of it right there. And I'm going to take just a round brush, move my other painting out of the way, put some water into my gouache. You want it to be thinned so that it will splatter off, but not so thin that it goes transparent on your painting. It's a practicing game. You can get it wet, tap it off on some black paper, and see how your splatters look, and then you know how thick it needs to be for your style of splattering. I am going to go ahead and tap, 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 and get some stars on here. Like I said, I'm not worried about the stars hitting the bottom. I want to make sure that stars get into my black. And the dark blue. There we go. Now it looks kind of messy. No biggie. First, I'm going to just go like this and just wet down this black ink down here and make those dots down there disappear. Because first what I want to do is just have them smooth out. You don't want them bumpy. If you can still see them, no big deal. This is your first layer over the top of the gouache, and the gouache will work its way through your ink the first time. I'm going to dry this off, and then we'll put our trees on. All right, there we go. So now we're going to put our trees on. And I've got a couple different ones that I've done, so I can practice trying to do trees like I've done before. See, I've got some that are laying down-ish in both of these. I've got standing up trees. These are scribble trees. We're going to do scribble trees because they are fast, they are fun, they are easy. So when you're doing a scribble tree, start with your edges. So I'm going to start actually right here. I'm going to put my brush right along the edge. This tree is big. This tree, the trunk actually goes halfway off over here. It's really close to me. So I am just seeing the middle part of this tree, and it has branches that are sort of coming downwards. Let the brush do the work. I am pushing the bristles so that they break apart a little bit. And give me some variation. Look at that. Now, it looks a little bit too regular. I can go like this and take just the tiny little scruffy tip. Bring some of them up, bring some of them down. But remember, this is the middle of the tree. So I don't see very much, but look at this. I'm seeing a real definite line right here. I don't want that definite line. I want it to go in and out. That's better. Now, I'm going to go ahead. We've got another tree that's kind of behind here. Nice thing about silhouettes, you can just work them right over the top of each other. And now look, some of that over there, that first tree branch, those first branches, look like they're actually coming off of this one. Oh, I like that. You're getting more depth. Maybe bring a little bit smaller one here. I'm just letting the brush sort of skip. And I'm working back and forth, just lightly touching. Lightly. Skipping parts of the tree. You know, when the trees are growing in the forest, nobody's out there manicuring them and making them look like Christmas trees. Most of these were probably planted by birds or squirrels or other critters that the seeds from the pine cones are their food and they drop them around. Another smaller tree, maybe two. These are going to be just bare indications of trees. Little scribbles leading you towards that sunrise or sunset. Let's see. I think I'm going to give just a couple little itty bitties. But I don't want them to be all the same size. Scribble, scribble. That's all I'm doing. Oh, that's so pretty. I do want one tree over here and a couple little ones, but I don't want to end up with a perfect, V shape towards the sun. I like how these are around the sun. Maybe there's another little one right here. Again, just letting the tip of the brush dance along. Now, I did grow up in the Pacific Northwest. I've seen my share of pine trees and fir trees. They're sort of built into my visual vocabulary. I'm going to go back over here to this edge. It already looks like there's a tree started out over here. Let's just see about getting this dropped in. I have to turn my hand the right way, though. There we go. We're just going to drop in. We're kind of taking a cue from the background. I need to not be so regular. That is the thing that you have to be aware of is don't try and get your branches all to match up. It's so easy for us to end up with branches that look exactly the same. As many people will say, cloning your branches. I think this one's going to have a nice big long one. Sort of match up with that dark space that's already out there. Ah, there. That's getting them a little bit more random looking. Let's see, there's going to be one that's right here. Coming through that branch. There we go. And oh, I like this one. I think this is my favorite. And isn't it great that my favorite ended up being during the time when my microphone stayed working? Haha! All right, I need to sign this baby. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just using a white gel pen, the Signo UM153. Put my little signature on here. It will fade out just a little bit. It won't be quite so bright once it's dry because it absorbs some of the color from underneath. And now pull the tape off. And I do set the tape over to the side and use it again. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, so pretty. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate you watching, sharing, subscribing, being notified, and exploring your creativity. Thank you. And remember to go out and do something creative. Take care of yourself so you can take care of those around you. And I'll see you back here again really soon. Bye-bye.